Hello, one and all present here. This is Amit Kumar Singh, and welcome to my third session on mensuration. So, basically, and if you've seen my last two sessions, we have done a lot of problems, and in all those problems, we try to shoot out the questions by using the formulas because the level of questions were comparatively easy to moderate level. So by using the formulas, we can easily work on getting the solution for the problem. So in this session, probably I try to take little bit what you say moderate level questions, which I can't consider them as a difficult question, but yeah, they would be in the range of moderate to difficult level, and gradually your level of solving the problem will improve. I'm assuming you are a beginner in preparation of competitive exam, so you need more time and you need more setup to work on. And when we talk about the concepts on area and volume, it is one of the concepts which you can definitely expect the questions to come in exam. So there's no probability or there's no iota of doubt on how to work on, because these all are formula oriented questions and you can easily solve these questions. So probably now coming back to the problem, you can see this question number 16 on your screen. You can see question number 16. So everyone, please try to solve this question, and in case of doubt, please let me know. You can use a chat box to ask your doubts. So I believe everyone is prepared for the class now. So without spending much more time, let's start discussing the problem, because problems are not very difficult. We can solve them. Okay, so if you see this question number 16, so this question number 16 is like this swimming pool is there, and they have given the dimension of the swimming pool, that is 90 into 40. That is the dimension, length and breadth. So whenever they give you two values, means they're talking about probably the length into breadth. So the length into breadth they have given you 90 into 40, and 150 men take a dip. So if the average displacement of water by men is 8 cubic meters, so probably one man can displace 8 meter cube of water. So around 150 men has taken a deep. So 150 men can displace how much volume of water. So that you can find, that would be around 1200 meter cube. So this would be the water displacement. So you know the Archimedes principle. So the volume of the content which comes inside, that is equal to the volume of the water which goes outside. So basic physics knowledge, it's not anything related to fluid mechanics and all. If we have basic physics knowledge, so with that I can say that total volume of water which is displaced is around 1200 meter cube, and that should be equal to the volume of probably that should be equal to the volume of water probably which is being worked on. So I can see the swimming pool dimension is given to you. So the volume of swimming pool, you can say 90 into 40 into, this is length, this is breadth into height. So that height depends upon the volume of the water which is being displayed, and that is given to you equal to 1200. So you just need to solve it. So this is 30 times and this is 3 times. So probably I can say 3h equal to 1. So h is equal to 1 by 3 meter. So now if I want the answer in centimeter, so I can write this as 100 by 3, because 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So with this I can say the height is 33.33 centimeter. Fine. So now you can see the next question. The dimension of a field is 20 by 9. So you can understand it is, they're talking about length and breadth. Okay, a pit of 10 meter long, 4.5 meter wide, and 3 meter deep is dug at one corner of the field. So there's a field, so you can see this. So the length of the field is 20 and the breadth is 9. In that, what you are doing, you are trying to create a pit, and you can understand that pit would be in the form of cuboid, length, breadth, and height. If it's a three-dimensional, so it has a volume. So you took one corner of that, and that corner of that, this is the length, this is the breadth, and this is the height of that. So this is 20. So probably this will be half. this is half, so somewhat like this. So this is 10 and this is 4.5. And now 3 I can't show you 3 because we are working on a two-dimensional plane. So I can't show you 3 here. So you can easily understand. So you need to understand when you are creating that pit, then automatically the what you say, the amount of sand which will come out of the pit, uh, that uh, that 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 is actually the volume what you created, the volume what you created, that create the additional sand which you're putting on the remaining part. So what is the remaining part? So this is the remaining part where you're putting them. So you can find the area, what is the area of remaining part, so where you're putting, because you're creating the hole, so there definitely you are not going to put, otherwise why you created the hole. So the area of remaining part is nothing but that is 20 into 9 minus 10 into 4.5. So this is 180 minus 45. So this, the area of remaining part is around 135 meters square. Okay, and now on this remaining part, you will put the sand or the soil which you put out, so you will put there, and that will create an elevation, let the height of that elevation is h, and this will be equal to the volume of this, would be equal to the volume what you have created. You understand? So this homework we are doing on a land. So the previous question we are doing in water. So in water it was very easy because the water was displacing. It was fluid, so we can easily connect with that fluid. But you can understand the same thing here with the case of soil. So this is equal to the volume of what you created. So the volume what you created is 10 into 4.5 into 3. So I can write 135 h is equal to, this is 45 into 3, 135. So the height what you'll create, that is of 1 meter. Fine. Now you can see the next question. Now question number 18. If the curved surface area of cone is thrice of the another cone. So you know what is the curved surface area of a cone. You know the formula pi RL, pi RL. So where L is equal to, L is a slant height. L is equal to square root of h square plus r square. So you know this. So if the curved surface area of cone, that is, if the curved surface area of a cone is thrice of the another cone, so that is the thrice of another cone. So I can write R1 L1 is equal to 3 times of R2 L2, and then they have mentioned that the slant height of the second cone, means L2, is thrice of the first cone. So L2 is equal to 3 times of L1. So I can write, so this is L2, this is 3 R2, and then this is 3 L1. So this is R1 L1 is equal to 9 R2 L1. So L1 L1 I can cancel. So I can say R1 is equal to, I can say R1 is equal to 9 times of R2. This relation I can get. Then what is given, then what they're asking you, they're asking you find the ratio of the area of the bases. You know this is cone, so the ratio of area of bases, so two cones are there, so they have radius r1 and r2, so the ratio of area of bases, so the area of base means in at the cone, at the cone, the base area is nothing but it is a circle having an area called pi r square. So the area of base of cone first, area of base of cone first, divided by the area of base of cone second. If I want to find, that is pi, that is r1 square divided by pi r2 square. So r1 is 9 times of r2. So you can write 9 times of r2 square by r2 square. So I can write this is nothing but 81 is to 1. And 9 square is 81. R2 square get cancelled. Okay, now you can see the next question. Find the area of shaded portion. So you can understand where the radius of the circle is 1. So radius of the circle is 1. You can see this. The radius of the circle is 1, and you understand This is equilateral triangle, so the angle would be 360 degree. Okay, so the shaded portion is nothing but, if I ask you about shaded portion, so the shaded portion is nothing but it is the area of equilateral triangle, area of your equilateral triangle, the equilateral triangle minus 3 times the area of a sector, area of a sector, okay, where the theta of the sector is 60 degree and the radius of the sector is 1 centimeter. You can understand. So area, what is the area of equilateral triangle? Root 3 by 4 x square. So with the side of the equilateral triangle is 2. So this is 2 square minus 3 times of theta by 360, that is 60 by 360 into pi r square, pi into 1 square. So this is 4 get cancelled. Root 3 minus this is what? This is 1 by 6. So 3 by 6 is 2. So this is pi by 2. So that is the answer. So you can see the option, and depending upon the option, you can decide do you need to solve it further or not. Otherwise, you know the value of root 3. Root 3 value is 1.732. You know the value of pi. You can take the value of pi as 22 by 7 or 3.14, whatever is convenient for you. And depending upon the problem, you can take it. Otherwise, in an exam, they gives the value. Whenever they expect you to work on pi, they'll definitely will give you the value. Okay, now you can see the question number 20. So 3 equal cubes are placed. So 3 equal cubes. If you put 3 cubes like this, putting 3 cubes like this, and then like this, if you're putting 3 cubes like this, so this is A, this is A, this is A, this is A, this is A. So the length of the cuboid would be 3A. The breadth of the cuboid would be A, and the height of the cuboid would be also A. So 3 cubes are placed like this. Find the ratio of total surface area of new cuboid. So what is the surface area of new cuboid? So you can solve it like that. So they ask you the ratio of surface area of a cuboid. You are creating a cuboid where the length of the cuboid is 3A, the breadth is A, and the height is A, divided by the sum of surface area of 3 cubes. Sum of surface area of 3 cubes. So if I want this, so cuboid, what is the surface area of cuboid? 2 into length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height, divided by 3 cubes are there, 3 into 6 A square. So I can do this. So 2 into L into B means 3A square plus B into H means A square, then 3A square divided by 18A square. So 3 plus 3 6 plus 1 7, 7 twos are 14, 14 by 18. So this 14 by 18 means this is 7 by 9. A square get cancelled. Then you can see this question number 21. So you can see this question number 21. Water flows at the rate of 10 meter per minute from a cylindrical pipe of a diameter 5 millimeter. So I can take the radius as 5 by 2 millimeter. So radius I can take as 5 by 20 centimeter, or the radius is 1 by 4 centimeter. This is the radius, and you can see the length. So that gives you the height per minute. So the height per minute. So you can see the height in 1 minute. It is creating a length of 10 meter. So 10 meter I can write in centimeter. That is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. So 10 meter is equal to 1000 centimeter. So with this I can find the volume. So the volume of this pipe. So the volume of the pipe, if I want, so that would be pi into 1 by 4 whole square into 1000. So this is nothing but this is 1000 by 16 pi. This is the volume which is done in 1 minute. This is the volume which is being created in 1 minute. Okay, then you can see the find the time taken to fill a conical flash. They're asking you the time taken to fill a conical flash. So with this, you're filling a conical flash of diameter of the surface. So radius is 20 and the height is 24. How much time you'll take to do that? This flash. So for this, you can find the volume. Volume is 1 by 3 pi into 20 square into 24. So you can find 1 by 3. So this is 8 you can write. So this is 400 into 8 means 400 into 8 means 3200 pi. Again, everything is in centimeter. This is also in centimeter. So this pipe, when you talk about this cylindrical pipe through which I'm putting the water in 1 minute, it is filling 1000 pi by 16. That centimeter cube, it is filling that much. It is filling that much space while the volume of the cone is 3200. How much time will it take to do that? So the time taken to fill, time taken to fill time taken for to fill this would be nothing but that would be 3200 pi divided by 1000 pi into 16. This is nothing but this is 16 by 5. So this is nothing but this is 16 by 5. So I can write this is what is 16 square 256. So the time taken is 256 by 5 minutes. So this is nothing but 51.2. Fine. Then you can see the next question. Find the perimeter and the area of the shaded portion in the adjoining figure. So you can see this. So if you see the perimeter, you will get, if you want to find the perimeter. So this is the diagram what you will get. And you understand this is total 28. This is 10. You understand this is 10. This is 10. And this is 10, this is 20. So how much would be this part? This part would be only 8. This is 10, this is 10, this is 10. Okay, so this is 10, this is 10. So this part would be how much? This would be how much? 6. This is 6, this is 8. So you understand this is 8, this is 8, this is 6, this is 6. And this is this length you want. This length is nothing but this is pi r. Pi r by 4. Where the r is what? R is 10. So you understand this, right? So where r is 10. So if you understand this is pi r by 4, this is pi r by 4, this is pi r by 4, this is pi r by 4. It will create a circle. After all, what they will do, they will create a circle. So the perimeter is 8 plus 8, 16. 16 plus 6, 22. 22 plus 6, 28. So the perimeter is 28 plus 2 pi r. So the circumference of circle. Because four quadrant, like you understand, no? So the one fourth of the length, if you add, you will get a circle. That is 2 pi r, 2 into pi, and r for this is 10. So I can say 28. So this is 28 plus 20 pi. That is the perimeter. 28 plus 20 pi. So in place of pi, if I write 3.14, so 3.14 into 20, if I think, so that is 62.8. 3.14 into 20 is 62.8. So 62.8 plus 28 if I do. So this is 10, this is 8, 90. 90.8 would be your perimeter. 90.8 would be your perimeter. Now, if I talk about area, so you can see this is area. If you see, this is the area. So this was 28, no? This was 28, this is 26. So you can see this is 28, this is 26, this is 10, this is 10. They're asking us the shaded portion. So So for that, what you need to do, subtract the, you can see they are 4 quadrant. So subtract one circle. 4 quadrant means one circle. So subtract the area of the circle from the area of rectangle. So 28 into 26 minus pi. Pi is 22 by 7. Pi r square, that is 10 into 10. You solve this, you got the answer. So 28 into 26, that is 4. 12 plus 16, 28, then 48. This is 8, 12, 728. This is 728 minus 2200 by 7. So 728 minus, so 2200 by 7, 2200 by 7 is, or 3.14 better I can take. So this I can take better, it would be if I take 3.14. So 3.14 into 10 into 10, that is 340. This is 4, this is 1, this is 4, 414. Area of remaining part is 414. Then you can see the next question. Then you can see this next question. A cylindrical container whose diameter is 12 centimeter and height 15 centimeter. The container which diameter is 6 and height is 15. Okay, is fitted with an ice cream. Okay, and this container, cylindrical container, is filled with ice cream. The whole ice cream is distributed to 10 children. And this, you're giving ice cream to 10 children in equal cone having hemispherical top. So you're giving to 10 children this ice cream, which is having, which is like the ice cream. This is ice cream. Okay, so now when you see this ice cream, if the height of the conical portion is twice the diameter of the base, the height of conical portion is twice the diameter of the base, twice the diameter of the base. If the diameter is d, so this is d by 2. So what they're asking you, I think diameter, find the diameter of ice cream. You understand? So this is, so this volume, volume will be pi. This is cylinder, pi I r square into r is 6, not 15. So pi r square h is equal to, they're giving to 10 children, is equal to, this is equal to, this is the sum of cone. The cone is 1 by 3 pi r square d by 2 square into h. H is 2d plus, and plus the volume of hemisphere. Hemisphere volume is 2 by 3 pi r cube. So d by 2 cube. So you can cancel pi. So this is 36 into 15. That is equal to 10. Pi get cancelled. Then what I can do, I can take d by 2 square common. I can take 3 common. Okay. Pi get cancelled. So 1 by 3 I put outside. Pi I put outside. D pi 1 by 3 d square. This is 2d left inside. 2d plus this is 2. This is 2 pi 3d square. Everything I put outside. This is d by 2. So now what I can do, I can write this is 3za, this is 2za. Then okay, so I can write this is 18za, and then this 3 I can bring this side. So this is 18 into 9. This is 18 into 9. This is d square by 4. This is 2d plus d. 2 get cancelled. I can write this as 18 into 9 into 4 2d square into 3d. This is 3 so I can write this as d cube is equal to 18 into 12. So cube 18 is 3 square into 2 and 12 is 2 square into 3. So I can write d cube is equal to 3 cube into 2 cube, means the value of d is equal to 6. So then you can see the next question. Question number 24. A open box is made of a wood which is 2 centimeter thick. Its internal length is 86 centimeter. Its breadth is 46 centimeter, and the height is 38 meter. Then they're asking you the cost of painting the outer surface of box at 10 rupees per meter square. This is a question. So you can see this open box is made with wood which is 2 centimeter thick. It now, so you need to visualize as a three-dimensional. Now if I try to visualize three-dimensionally, now so if you visualize this three-dimensionally, so 2 centimeter is the thick. Now the internal length is 86 centimeter. You can understand this length is 86. This is 86. This is 86. Now you can understand because this is 86, so it now you're there. It is like it is basically it's the empty box, and it is 2 centimeter thick. So that 2 centimeter thick would be on both edges. So you can understand that both the side that 2 centimeter would be extended. So basically your external length would be 86, and then both side 2 centimeter thick. The external length would be 90 centimeter. Similarly, if I ask you the internal breadth, if I ask you about the internal breadth, that is 46 centimeter. So internal breadth is 46 centimeter. So both the edges, both the side, it is 2 centimeter thick. So you can find the external breadth. You can find the external breadth. So that would be around 50 centimeter, 2 centimeter both the side. But when you talk about length, when you talk about the height which is 38 meter, the height which is 38 meter, that So that would be you don't understand bottom. If you see a what do you say, this wooden box, if you see the box, so all the sides it would be thick, but bottom you will not find it thick. No, it is an open box. So the bottom part, if you understand, so that won't be that if it's open, so probably you can, okay, they are talking about open box because it is an open box. So because it is open box, so it won't be thick at the top, but it will be thick at the bottom. Yeah. So if it, because it is open box, so it will be thick at the bottom, but it won't be thick at the top. So you can understand it is open box. You can understand this is open box. So it is open box. So this part there's no area. This part there is no area. You can understand it is open box. So this part there is no area. If this would be closed box, then that part there would be area, that you understand. No? So when you talk about cuboid, if you talk about cuboid, the total surface area of cuboid is when you talk about cuboid, so the total surface area, if you talk about cuboid, so the total surface area of a cuboid, total surface area of cuboid is 2 times of 2 into LB into 2 times of BH plus 2 times of LH. So like you know that in cuboid 6 faces are there. So you can understand in cuboid 6 faces are there. One face is one rectangle, but because this is empty box, so at the top it's empty. So there's no area which is occupied. So because it is empty, so the total, so the total surface area, so the total surface area of this open box would be, so at the top there's no area, so the total surface area of this would be L into B, L into B plus 2 into B into H plus 2 into L into H. Because bottom length into breadth is there, there's no ceiling is there. Ceiling is not there because it is open box, and because it is open box, so there's no thickness. You understand? Because it's open box, so there won't be any thickness. So when you talk about external, if you talk about the external height is 38, and it is only the thickness would be there at the bottom. At the top there won't be any thickness because it is open box, so it is not covered. So you can, so then you can find the total surface area of open box. So that the dimensions are 90, 50 and 40. 90 into 50 plus 2 into 50 into 40 plus 2 into 90 into 2 into 90 into 40. This you can say 4500. This is 100. This is 4000 plus this is 18 fours are 7 18, sorry, 9 twos are 18. Yeah, 18 fours are 72, 7200. So this is 45, 85 plus 72. So 85 plus 72, so 15700. Now units, what is the unit? These all are in centimeter. These all are in centimeter. Centimeter square. So if you find the total surface area in meter square, that is 10 to the power 4. So that you can write the same thing as 1.57 meters square. Now they're asking you the cost of painting the outer surface of box at 10 rupees per meter square. So the cost of painting, that is 10 rupees per meter square. So this would be 15.7 rupees. So 1 meter square 10 rupees. So 1.57 meters square 15.7 rupees. Now the next question. Now the next question. Now the next question. A rectangular sheet is 22 meter long. A rectangular sheet is 22 meter long and 8 meter wide. Broad, and it is rolled along the length it is rolled along the length to form a cylinder. So when it is rolling along the length, then the circumference of the cylinder, the base of the cylinder, so that would be equal to the length the of this rectangle. So with that, I can find 2 into 22 by 7 into r is 22. So the value of r is equal to 7 by 2. And the height of the cylinder what you're creating. So because it is rolling, you're rolling along the length. So now, so the radius of this is 7 by 2, and the height would be the height of the rectangle. To find the volume of the cylinder, now you just need to solve it. So you want the volume, so that is 5 into r into r into h. So this get cancelled. This is 4, this is 11. So 28 into 11. That you get 308. Whatever the unit is there, meters. So 308 meters square. Now see the next question. Now see the next question. The midpoints of the triangle containing 12, 18 and 26. There are the three sides of the triangle, 12, 18 and 26. What you are doing, you are taking the midpoints of this triangle. You are taking the midpoints of this triangle, and with that you are creating a new triangle. So this is suppose A, B, C, and suppose this is P, Q, R. So if you understand all, now when you join the midpoints of the triangle to create the new triangle, now the original triangle is divided into 4 equal parts. I hope you can understand. Now because you took the midpoints of the triangle to create the new triangle, now the original triangle is divided into 4 equal triangles. Now if you take the midpoints, so now you can say the original triangle, so the area of the original triangle, then the area, then the area, then you can say that the area of the original triangle is equal to area of the original triangle is equal to the area of the original triangle that is equal to 4 times the the area of smaller triangle, that is 4 times the area of smaller triangle. So the area of original triangle, so the original triangle area, so you need the area formed by the midpoint. So the area formed by midpoint, so the area of smaller triangle, so the area of the smaller triangle is equal to area of original triangle divided by 4, that is the area of original triangle divided by 4. Now how will I find the area of original triangle? So the area of original triangle I can find by using the scaling. I can use the Heroin formula. So the area of original triangle, if I want, so the area of original triangle if I want, so the length is 12, the breadth is 18, and the height is 26. So then, so what I can do, so I can find the area of this triangle. I can apply Heroin formula. So I can find S. S is 12 plus 18 plus 26 by 2. So that is 28. 30 plus 26, 56. 56. So 30 plus 26, 56 by 2, that is 28. So I can apply Heroin formula. So the area would be equal to square root of S into S minus A into S minus B into S minus C. So the area, so the S is equal to 28 into 28 minus 12, that is 16, 28 minus 18, that is 10, and 28 minus 26 means 2. So I can find the area. So the area, this is this 28 I can write as 14 into 2. So 14 I can write as 2 into 7, means 2 square into 7. This is 2 to the power 4. This is 2 into 5. And this is 2. I can find the area. This is 2 square 2 to the power 6 into the power 8 plus into 5 into 7. So the area that is 2 to the power 4 means 16 into 230. This is the area what we get. So this is the area of original triangle. So here we got to know that the area of smaller triangle is the area of original triangle divided by 4. So the area of original triangle you got 16 root 35. This is 16 root 35 divided by 4. The area of smaller triangle you will get is 4 root 35. Now you can see the next question. Question number 27. In the figure, in the given figure, OP equal to OQ. So you OP OQ. This is 14. So this is 14 means the radius would be 7. You can understand this. What would be this? This would be pi r, no, pi r. This would be 7 pi. This would be 7 pi. You understand? No? So this the semicircle. So that part would be 7 pi. This part would be 7 pi, and this total is 14, 14, 28. So the radius of this would be 14. So this you can say this would be 14 pi. If this is 14 pi, you can say this is 14 pi, and this is 7 pi. This is so no, just total was 1 minute. So this like this, no, diagram is like this, something like this. So this part is 7 pi. This part, this part A to B is 7 pi, and from B to C is 7 pi, and from A to C, like this A to C, this is 14 pi. So the total would be 28 pi. This would be total would be 28 pi. So 28 pi you can write 28 into 22 by 7. So this is 88. That would be the perimeter. Fine. If they would have asked us the area, then we would have found this area of this semicircle where the radius is 14, and that would have subtracted with the area of the semicircle where the radius is 7. Okay, and then I would have added. So probably then I would have added the area of semicircle where the radius is 7. So other way, if I would have simply because removing this and adding this, so both mean same thing only. So the area would be simply a semicircle with the radius 14. I think that will make the sense. Because here what you need to, when you have to calculate the perimeter, you have to count this. You have to count this. You have to count this. Then you have to count this. And then you have to count this. So the outer semicircle, the bigger semicircle, the radius of that will be 14. And the smaller semicircle, what you're getting, the radius for that is 7. you can see the next question. A oblong piece of ground having this dimension 19 meter, and this is 2.5 decimeter. Understand, this is 19 meter. So if I convert in centimeter, this would be 1900 plus 25. Get 1925 centimeter. Or I can write this is 19.25 meter. Okay. Then this is the length or whatever, and then the other by 2. This is the one, and then other one is 12. Then 12 meter 5 decimeter. So 5 decimeter means 0.5, 12.5. So you can understand this. If this is the rectangle, then this is 19.25 meter. This is 12.5 meter. Okay, from the center of each side, from the center of each side, from the center of each side, you draw a path having the width 2 meter. You draw the path having the width 2 meters. So suppose this is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. You want this path. So if you understand this, now this is 2 meter. If you understand, this is 2 meter. This would be 12 point. This is 12.5. So I can find what I can do. Find the cost of paying the path. They given you something. So the what is the total area of the path? So the total area of the path. So that is nothing but that is the area of ABCD. Okay, plus the area of EFGH plus the area of EFGH. So the area ABCD plus EFGH, and then when you do this, this get doubled. This is 2 by 2 minus, suppose this is MNPQ, minus area of MNPQ. So this is the total area of path. So this would be 12.5 into 2 plus this is 19.25 into 2 minus area of MNPQ, that is 2 into 2, that is a square. You can solve this. This is 25 and this is 19 1 by 4. So 19 1 by 4 means 77 by 4 into 2. 77 by 4 into 2 means 77 by 4 into 2 means 77 by 2. 77 by 2 means 77 by 2 is 38.5 minus 4. So you can write 21 plus 38.5. So this is 59.5, and this and the cost is 12.32 rupees. Oh my god, who gives such kind of digit here? 12.32. Too much calculation. To 12.32 I want. 12.32 and this is 595. So what into 5 means what? 6160. 6160. Then 9 is 18, 1 carry. 9 twos are 18, 1 carry, 28, 2 carry, 18, 22 carry, 9, 11. Then this is 6160. This is 0, this is 14, this is 10, this is 13, this is 3, this is 7. Then 3 decimal, this is 733.04. This should be a rupee. This should be the cost. 733.04. So now you can see the next question. You can see the next question. A drawing room is 7.5 meter long, 6.5 meter broad, and 6 meter high. Okay, find the length of papering 2.5 meter wide. So everything in meters. So this would be 0.25 meter wide to cover the wall allowing 8 meter square foot doors. So you just need to find the area of area of four walls minus you'll subtract the area of door four that is the covering part. So this is area of four wall, that is 2 into h into l plus b. This is the four wall minus area of door, that is 8. Okay, this what I'm doing, this is the area, this is the area which I'm uh, this is the area what I'm papering, this is the area of papering which I'm papering. This I'm papering with paper. So they're given you the you have to find the length of the paper. They're given you the width of the paper. So like a carpet or paper, whatever, that is equal to the area of paper. That is area of carpet or whatever I can say. So this is 12 into 8, 7.5 plus this 13, 14 minus 8, that is equal to the area of paper. So width of paper is 0.25 into the length. So this is 168, 160. That would be equal to 0.25 is nothing but 1 by 4 of L. The value of L would be 640 meter. And you can see the next question. You can see the next question. Find the area of rectangular football is 24200 square meter. Okay, it is half broad as it is long, so it means the ratio of length into breadth is 1:2. Okay, so if the breadth is x, then the length is 2x. Okay, and then find what is approximate a minimum distance a man cover if he wish to go from one. Okay, so what would be the area? So the area of this would be 2 x square, and that is equal to 24200. So the x square is equal to 12100. So the x is equal to 110. You got the breadth is equal to 110. So the length would be equal to 220. Okay, then what they are asking you, they're asking you what is approximate. So it's like you got a rectangle. It's like you got a rectangle. It's like you got a rectangle, and the length of the rectangle is 220, and the breadth is 110. So what they're asking you, what is the approximate minimum distance a man will cover if he wishes to go from one corner to the other corner? So what is the minimum distance? So they're asking you the diagonal. So find the diagonal. So 110 square plus 220 square, find the diagonal. So the diagonal of this is 48400 plus 12100. So 484 and 121. So this is 60500. So this is root of 60500. 00 will give you 10, and 605 that is 5. This is 121, and this is 11. This is 11. 11 root 5 into 10. 11 root 5 into 10. 110 root 5. This is 110 root 5. So root 5 value is 2.246, I think. If you want that value also, you can do that. So root 5, you got 110 root 5. So 110 into root 5, that is 2.246. Is it? Yeah, I think so. So this, if you want 22.46 into 11, so this is 2, 4, then this is 6, then this is 10, then this 6. So then 2 decimal. So this would be 247.06, 247.06. 246 you can see. 247.06 I'm getting. You can see approximately same answer. Now you can see the next question. How many meter of cloth which is 5 meter wide? So you can see. So that will be required to make a conical tent where the radius of whose base is 7 and the height is 24. So you can understand this. When you talk about cone, when you talk about the cone, so the radius of that is 7 and the height is 24. So this would be 25. So you need to understand that the area, curved surface area, whatever, the curved surface area of cone is equal to the area of cloth. So the curved surface area of cone is pi RL, pi into R is 7 into L is 25, that is equal to the area of cloth. So the area of cloth they are given, the unit are in meter. So the breadth of the cloth is 5. You have to find the length. This is 5, sir. So this is 22 by 7, 7 can see. 22 into 5 is equal to length. Length is equal to 110. Now you can see this is easy question. You can do very easily this. So seven small cubes if you join, so there would not be any change in the breadth or height. They would be still 7, would be still 5. While the length 7 5, the length will become 35. Breadth would be still 5 and the height would be still 5. So surface area formula you know, that is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. You know this formula. So 2 into 175 plus 25 plus 175. So this would be 350, 375 into 2. 375 into 2 is 750. The answer for this would be 750. 750 centimeters square. Then you can see the next question. The largest cone is formed at the base of a cube of side 7 centimeter. So on the base of cube 7 centimeter, there's a cone is there. Find the ratio of the volume of cone to the cube. So on the cube you are creating a cone. So definitely when you talk about cone, the diameter of the cone would be 7. So when you talk about that cone, the diameter of that cone would be 7. So the radius of this cone would be 7 by 2, while the height of this cone would be 7. So you can do this. And when you talk about cube, all sides are 7, 7, 7. They're asking the ratio volume of cone. They're asking the volume of cone by the volume of cube. So the cone volume 1 by 3 pi r square 7 by 2 square into 7 divide by volume of cube. Volume of cube is a cube, means 7 cube. 1 by 3 into 22 by 7 into 7 into 7 divide by 2 into 2 into 7 cube into 7. So you can cancel 1, 2, 3, 3, 7 like this. Okay, you can cancel this, you make this 11. Okay, this much only you can cancel. So the ratio is 11 by 21. Okay, this 2 is also there. The ratio is 11 by 42. That would be a ratio. 7 3 that 21 into 2. Now the next question. Let's see the next question. In a shower, 10 centimeter of rain fall. So what would be the volume of water that falls on 1 hectare area of land? So the area is 1 hectare. 1 hectare is equal to 10,000 meters square. And the height of the rainfall, what is falling, that is 10 centimeter. So 10 centimeter means 1 by 10 meter. So the volume would be area into height. The volume is area into height means 1000 meter cube. This would be the volume. Okay. So 10,000 into 1 by 10. If you do that, you will get the volume. Now you can see a next question. A vessel is in the form of hollow cylinder. A vessel is in the form of hollow cylinder, which is mounted on a hemispherical ball. Okay, the diameter of the sphere is 14. So diameter is 14. So the radius would be 7. So the radius is 7, and the total height is 13. Total height is 13. So total height is 13. You can see this is 7 because you know that radius is remains same. So the radius, so this would be the height of the cuboid would be 6. Okay, so what you need to do, you have to find the capacity of vessel. So the capacity of vessel is nothing but that is the volume of cylinder. That is the volume of cylinder plus the volume of hemisphere plus the volume of hemisphere. So volume of cylinder is pi r square 2h plus volume of hemisphere 2 by 3 pi r cube. Pi r cube. So this would be, you can take 7 square, 7 square pi common you can take. This is 6 into 2 by 3 to 7. This is 49 into 22 by 7. The 6 plus 14 by 3. This is 7. This is 154 into 18 plus 14. 18 plus 14 is 32 by 3. This you can multiply 154 into 32 by 3. So you get that volume. So 154 into 32 if you want to calculate. So 154 into 32 if you want to calculate, that is 308, and this is 12, 16, 1 carry. So this is 4928. 4928 divided by 3. So this is 1 this is 6 4 2 then 20 6 then 6 7 1642.67. Okay. Then you can see the next question. In the given figure, QRST is a square. Okay, if the area of each circle is 2 pi, so suppose the radius of the circle is r, so you can see this is r, so this is 4r. So the side of the square is 4r, you can understand this. Okay, and then the area of the circle, that is pi r square, that is given to you 2 pi. So pi get cancelled, so r is √2. The side of square, so the side of the square will be 4√2. So if I'm asking you what is the area of the square, area of the square is 4√2 square, that is equal to 16 to the 32. 4 square 16, 16 into √2 square is 2, 4, 16 to the 32. Fine. So I hope you understood this. So this much which is I planned to do. I hope you like this session. So the level of these questions were comparatively better than the kind of questions which we had discussed in the previous two sessions. So I hope you have enjoyed this sessions and it was learning for all of you. So this session was something more than the formulas. So the formulas of what we have studied already about two-dimensional geometry or three-dimensional geometry. So either I talk of circle or semicircle or sector, or if I talk a quadrant, or I talk about anything, if I talk about cylinder, cone, tube, what all we have studied till now. So here we just try to work more on application on the concept what we have learned till now. So I hope you enjoyed this session. If you enjoyed this session, please click on the like button. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, so please make sure that you subscribe to my channel to get all the latest information about all the kind of inputs what I am doing for all of you. So I hope you enjoyed this session. So with that intention, I like to say goodbye to all of you. So thank you everyone. Take care and see you for the next session.